What is up, Squared Nation? Welcome back to No Counters, No Combos in this special edition of the Battle Chamber. I know it's been quite some time since we've had some Battle Chamber videos. I haven't been able to find a balance between live streaming and actually recording gameplay, but I think I found a little life hack, a little loophole way around it, so we're going to go ahead and proceed forward with this and hope it works out. This is actually from our live stream from a couple of weeks ago. I'm on the right playing Future Gohan, and we have Nate on the left playing Demon King Piccolo. I'm going to go ahead and start by charging a Time Magic for 1 yellow energy. I'm going to go ahead and tap that yellow energy to activate the 1-drop Trunks from set 6. He's going to look at top 3, grab a yellow Saiyan, add to hand, shuffle the rest of the cards. I am going to go ahead and grab that Trunks Warrior of Hope from set 13. It's kind of an interesting choice there. It's probably the only target I was able to get. That's not something you want to normally add. I'm going to pass the turn to Nate. He's going to go ahead and charge a piano, tap a red to play a piano. He's going to go ahead and swing with his Demon King Piccolo, which is going to go ahead and activate his skill to place a card from his hand and his life face up. And I'm going to go ahead and take that damage, go down to 7. He's going to pass turn. I'm going to untap, and we're off to the races here. Demon King Piccolo, to me, in my opinion, is probably still the best red deck in the game. I know King Vegeta is definitely making some waves, but Piccolo just does a lot of stuff for free. We're going to go ahead and charge our second yellow energy, swing with lead, auto draw. We're going to play 2 energy here for our Future Gohan blocker. He's a 2-drop 10k blocker. He has an auto. When he activates his blocker skill, you can go ahead and grab a 1-drop Future Trunks from the deck and play it, which is a nice combination with Trunks Warrior of Hope, because when Trunks Warrior of Hope is on the field, if a Future Gohan was to die, you can go ahead and activate his skill to play a 3-drop yellow Future Trunks on top of him. So he's going to go ahead. I'm going to pass turn to Nate. He's going to charge, play his Unison here for 2 red energy. He's going to go ahead and swing with, oh, maybe not. He's going to go ahead and plus his Unison to draw. Then he's going to attack. I'm going to go ahead and activate my blocker skill, which is going to proc the auto off the Gohan, allowing me to play the Future Trunks straight from the deck, which is a nice engine starter here. Unfortunately, we run into the unfortunate situation of a counterplay. Now, in any other case, this Yamcha counterplay would not be nearly as good as its other counterparts for other colors. But in this specific situation, the fact that he has his counterplays live and just can shut down my entire play is kind of ridiculous. This kind of really hurts me here. You can see we're actually discussing here where the counter windows fall in, and counter window 2 is when the Trunks comes out. So he's going to go ahead and activate his Yamcha, and he's going to minus both of my Future Trunks by 10k. So they're just immediately going to die due to game mechanics. I do get to awaken here off leader skill because one of my yellow blockers does die, which is nice because I'm able to go ahead and sparking burst 3, draw 2 from deck, and then go down from 7 to 6 life. So I'm getting 3 cards off of this, but I'm not able to progress my Trunks chain. And as you can see, Nate is now awakened because he has 2 face-up cards in his life. So he's going to go ahead, activate skill off the leader to add 1, or to heal 1 rather, and then he's going to combo the drum with the activate battle on the King Piccolo. Piano's going to draw a card, and then this is going to happen here. So you can see we're going to go ahead and burst 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to take a life. We're going to draw 2 cards, and we're going to flip over. So the draw power on the alternative awaken is nice for Future Gohan, but the fact that Nate was able to deal with my Trunks, both of my 1-drop Trunks, kind of sets me back a little bit here. So we're just going to have to play a little different than we normally would. Obviously, Demon King Piccolo is a very sweaty or meta deck, if you will. He's going to go ahead and feed his Unison to go up to 4 markers, have Yamcha go to leader, 15k to 15k. I'm going to go ahead and take that. That's no problem. And he's going to have Unison go into my leader 15 to 15. I'm going to go ahead and take that as well. So I'm down to 4 life, which is okay. The deck does have really good defensive tools, has a lot of blockers, but being at 4 turns on your super combos, which is something you have to inherently get to. We're going to go ahead and charge our 3rd yellow energy here, and let's see how I try to recover off of that counterplay. I'm going to tap 1 to play Future Trunks, look at top 3 for a Saiyan. Let's see if we get any nice targets here. We're going to go ahead and add this 3-drop 20k blocker. An older card. Basically, he's a 20k blocker. At the end of the turn, you can restand him, and he evolves over a Future Trunks for 2 energy. But he's also a 3-drop Future Trunks, so it works in combination with the Warrior of Hope. We're going to go ahead and tap a yellow to evolve our new 3-drop Future Trunks. It's a 20k barrier blocker. You can evolve him for 1 energy over a yellow 1-drop Future Trunks. And it's really nice because you can create a lot of pressure offensively, but also have good defensive synergy with him because he's a blocker. So we're going to go ahead and swing Leader into Unison, auto draw, and also auto plus 5k and crit to a Trunks on the board. So let's see what Nate chooses to respond with, if anything. Got to be careful with red and those violent rays. I do believe Nate's tapped out, so there's really nothing to worry about here. He's going to go ahead and attack will be legal. He's going to combo up into the Yamcha here, making it a 20k, which is totally fine. We're going to have... Oh, that's actually a negate. I'm sorry, I do apologize. That tournament pack Piccolo is actually a counter. You play him in rest mode and negate the attack. And that's going to save him there. We're going to go ahead and swing 25k into the Leader, I believe, for crit. And Nate's going to go ahead and do his activate battle shenanigans off of the Demon King Piccolo, which is just going to allow him to generate a ridiculous amount of pluses, because that's what the deck does. It's just pluses for days. It plays a 3-drop 15k barrier blockers for free, which to me is bananas that they're not unique, but you know, whatever. I guess you want to make Demon King Piccolo as snapped as you possibly could, which is fair because he hasn't really gotten a lot of love or representation since the game has been out, so it's kind of okay. I'm happy Nate got the deck that he wanted. You know, I'm happy for that, but damn, this deck is just way too strong in my opinion. So we're going to go ahead and pass with 1 energy open. Nate's going to go ahead and do his shenanigans. He's going to uptick his Unison to draw another card. He's got 3 red active energy. The good thing about Demon King Piccolo is you do so much in the battle step that you don't really need to commit your energy, which is kind of like a lot of what these new decks do now. They have efficient ways of, you know, increasing their board presence without having to burn too much energy, which is really nice. But we're going to go ahead, because his Demon King Piccolo attacked, we're going to go ahead and proc the auto off of our Leader, which is going to restand our Trunks and give him plus 6k. So he's essentially a 26k battle card, and he's also a blocker. So if I need defensive capabilities, I can get it off of him this turn. But again, you know, that early Yamcha just kind of set me back a little bit, because normally I'd have a board of at least 2 Trunkses by now, and I'm just going to have to go ahead and you know, spin the wheels a little bit here. So it's okay though, you know, the game's not over till the last card is played. So we'll see exactly how this pans out here. He's going to go ahead and activate battle to place 1 card from the top of his deck into his life face up. He's going to go ahead and play, I believe that's the symbol. Symbol comes out and minuses something by 10k, but we have barrier, so we're not worried about that. But as you can see, you know, you're just getting these free battle cards off of comboing. Like, it's kind of crazy, just the amount of presence he has. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 battle cards on board, a Unison with 6 markers, and his Leader. It's kind of ridiculous. He's going to go ahead and swing with his Unison, making it a 15k. Do I have a response here? Any counters on my end? I'm going to go ahead and combo the Bardock Ape into play off of the 1-drop energy there. The Might of Resistance is a really nifty card. It has really nice synergy with the deck, being able to combo in a 15k blocker, but there are some limitations and restrictions you got to watch out for, as you'll see up, you know, in the next couple of turns. Basically, while Might of Resistance is out on the board, you can't play anything that's not a yellow Saiyan. So that includes Unisons or any other tech cards that you might include. But I like Might of Resistance because if you don't get your early 1-drops, you can kind of cheat him in as a combo card, just giving you a blocker That way you can proc your awakening skill earlier than you normally would intend. As you can see now, we're just kind of fighting off the onslaught of all these just go wide cards. Combo sequence is really important. You don't want to over combo on certain things, so saving your super combos for stuff that you can just one card combo out of is really important. But decks that go wide are just kind of rough. It's just not a lot you could do. I mean, we do have 2 blockers on board. We're going into our turn 4, which is where we could play our boss monster now, which he's a house. I mean, he's a 30k, dual attack, double strike, barrier, blocker. It's really nice. So we're going to go ahead and swing with lead here. 15k auto draw. We're going to go ahead and give our Trunks the 5k boost. He's going to go ahead and activate Violent Raise, which is fine. You don't have to pitch because I'm going to counter with Cooler. But here's where the misplay comes on both sides. I counter with Cooler, which is legal, but I can't play the Cooler off of the counter because I have minor resistance on the board. So essentially, I wouldn't have that extra battle card, and I wouldn't have been able to draw a card. On top of that, Violent Raise, you don't have to discard a card because it's not part of the cost. Once it's negated or countered, you don't have to pay. You don't have to discard the additional red card. So both misplays on that part. To be honest, it doesn't really change the outcome of the game there. Spoiler alert for those who haven't seen the stream. But Nate should still have an extra card in his hand, and I should not have that Cooler on board. So we are going to go ahead and continue playing here. I give the 5k to the Trunks, giving him a critical for the turn as well. And I'm swinging 15k. Let's see if Nate decides he wants the combo out or do anything defensively. He does have a ton of blockers, but he did miss his block window there. So we're going to go ahead, and he's going to take the life, go down to 5. I don't see why not. I mean, you have a really nice board presence. You want to get down to 4 probably so you can turn your super combos on. So that's pretty important as well. We're going to go ahead and swing with this Cooler, 15k. At this point, it's kind of a tough decision. Do you try to fight for board, or do you try to just go ahead and kill the lead? I think it's really important to try to do as much damage to Piccolo as possible, because it's just so easy for him to rebuild his board. But at the same time, you kind of don't want it to get out of control. But it's one of those things. It's a catch-22. If you go at his leader, you're going to force him to either take damage or combo out and leave this board up for next turn. It's not much you could do. So as you can see, I'm trying to fight back for board as the minor resistance takes out the Yamcha. I need to try to control or get back in the game. Obviously, I'm not going to be winning this turn, but we need to try to reduce his board as much as possible. So we did a good job there getting rid of 3 of his battle cards, but it's not really something that feels good, if you know what I mean. It's like a feel thing. You want to try to do as much damage to the leader as possible, especially wasting a critical swing on a battle card. It's one less card they get to their hand. But again, Demon King Piccolo does kind of put you in that uncomfortable situation where you have to know when and when not to go at lead, or when and when not to go at the board. So hopefully I made the right decision. I can tell you just by playing this game that I didn't. But moving forward, I think you learn from your matchups, and you kind of learn how to play certain strategies and certain how to make certain lines of plays against certain different decks. And I think that's what's going to help me out here in this matchup. Nate's a phenomenal player. He's playing a great deck, so I don't take anything away from him. But I also, haven't really played against much Demon King Piccolo aside from Nate and a testing that we did early in set 12. So playing against him is a really good learning experience for myself for future reference. So he's going to go ahead and down tick his unison by, I think it's down tick by 2, and then you select one of your battle cards 3 costs or less, and you basically blow up everything on your opponent's board that's equal to or less power. So he goes ahead and gets my 15Ks off the board there, which is, it's fine. I mean, it's board wiping is it's kind of rough because you're getting rid of my my line of defense or attack, if you will. So it's kind of a rough spot. He's going to go ahead and swing. We're going to activate our leader auto, restanding my blocker, giving him 6k. And then I'm going to go ahead into the counter window and activate Flying Nimbus. I still really like Flying Nimbus as a yellow floodgate. Obviously, I know the new Mecha Frieza, event pack or tournament pack winner card, whatever it's called, Repot, whatever it's called. I know that's a really good card as well, but it's a $75 card, so we're not really going to be talking about that too much. But I still like Flying Nimbus if it's used in the proper situation. It is a little tough, navigating unisons, and if your opponent decides to swing with a battle card first, you have to mitigate, potentially 2 or 3 more attacks. But if it's used in the right situation, in this deck, having a lot of blockers and just a good defensive, toolbox, I'm okay with using Nimbus because it's going to slow my opponent down. And basically, Nimbus is a card that's designed just to give you an extra turn. Sometimes that's all you really need. Obviously, playing against King Piccolo, I need a lot more than 1 extra turn, but it's going to get me there. So let's see what happens here. I did proc the Nimbus. So I think he's just go ahead and go. He's attacking with his unison here. 15k, he's going to activate battle for the tambourine. We're going to go ahead and take that, go down to 3, because there's not really much I could do here. I don't really want to give anything up as far as card economy or card advantage in my hand. I mean, Nate does have a decent hand size, probably like 6 to 8 cards. He's going to go ahead and swing with his tambourine, which is a 15k that restands with a +5 boost, so he's a 20k essentially. So he's a 20k attacker here, but I believe this is his last attack. So we're going to go and take it down to 2, and we're going to hope to, make something happen here. We're going to be going into our 5th yellow energy, which is a lot for this deck. But most of your plays are done by 4, so we're going to see how this kind of works out here. I mean, Nate's sitting at 6 life. He's completely untapped. He's got 4 red energy up, so it's gonna be hard to navigate. And the pickle that I'm in is he's got 2 15k barrier blockers on the board. So we're gonna go ahead and charge a Might of Resistance here, giving us our 5th yellow energy. We're gonna go ahead and attack Trunks into Piccolo. That's 20k. I chose not to swing with the leader first. You'll probably see why that is in the next motion or so. So we're going to go ahead and swing 20 into Piccolo. We're going to super combo to go up to 30. We're going to bottom deck and draw 2. Try to force him to take this damage because we want to get him down to a more manageable total. Again, it's kind of a crapshoot at this point because he does have 2 blockers on the board. But we are going to go ahead and play our boss monster, Trunks, Hope of the Resistance. This guy is a freaking house. He's a 30k, dual attack, double strike, barrier blocker. You can play him for 2 energy over your 3-drop Trunks. He has an activate main when he's in rest mode. You can choose one of your opponent's battle cards and one of their energy, and they don't restand until the end of their next turn. Obviously, in combination with the leader, you can give him that +5k in crit. So essentially, he'll be a 35 double strike, critical, dual attack, barrier blocker that can freeze your opponent's battle cards and energy, which is pretty insane. So now this is a legal cooler play because he's going to go ahead and activate Topo, has to ditch a card for the cost. We're going to go ahead and cooler and draw 2 cards because I have 6 cards in rest mode. I have my 5 energy and my leader, so we're going to go ahead and draw 2 cards. And then we're just going to proceed to combo. We're going to go 15-25 on the Krillin, bottom deck 1, draw 2. In this situation, Cooler is so good because he just kind of stops whatever it is your opponent is trying to do defensively and gets you a couple extra cards. So King Piccolo is going to activate Battle, put a card from his deck into his life face up. He's going to go ahead and use that super combo off of the Activate Battle skill to draw a card, putting him up to 25. So he does need 5k more to combo out of this attack. We're sitting at 25 apiece here. Let's see what Nate decides to do. He's going to tap 1 for Attack of the Demon Clan, which is a 1-drop extra card, Activate Battle. Basically puts 1 in your life to combo with. So he's going to go ahead and combo with the symbol going up to 30. Symbol's going to come into play and neg something by 10, which is going to be my Cooler, making it a 5k attacker, which is essentially useless for me this turn. And Nate's going to go ahead and slap down that Violent Raise off of the Trunks swing And you could essentially, see my demise here at this point. Violent Raise, pitching a card, and calling battle cards 20k or higher, can't attack, kind of just shuts me down. So we're going to see how we can play on here. Unfortunately, because Trunks is a dual attacker, I'm not able to activate his main because he's technically not going to be in rest mode. But I still have him open as a blocker on defense if I need to. So let's see exactly what Nate decides to do here. He's just checking the text on the Trunks there. 35k barrier blocker. But, I'm only at 2 life. So at this point, it's a foregone conclusion that it's probably going to be GG's from this point on. I mean, like I said, Piccolo just does a lot for free. I mean, if you're doing the math on the board, he technically has game already, with the amount of battle cards he has in comparison to mine. But, let's see how he decides to trickle it down here. Wants to make sure that he doesn't, completely overextend without the, the guaranteed kill. So I don't think you need to charge any more past 4 in Piccolo. I'm not exactly sure. I know in Trunks you definitely don't have to charge past 4, or in future Gohan, I should say, but having more energy, obviously, if you have dead cards in your hand, you want to charge them just to give you some utilization there, to utilize your energy. But theoretically speaking, I don't think you need to charge past 4 in either of these decks. I think Nate is just deciding or trying to figure out how exactly he wants to deal with that Trunks, because he knows I'm probably going to get 2 blocks out of it. So he's going to go ahead and swing with leader into my leader, I would assume here at this point. I'm going to go ahead and block that first attack. He's going to go ahead and activate battle to send 1 card from his hand to his life face up. He's going to combo off. He's going to add the topo from his life to his hand and then draw a card off of the piano that he's had since turn 1, just getting him a ton of value. And he's going to go ahead and activate battle off to Piccolo. He's going to heal 1 off the top of the deck. He's going to combo 1 from his life, which is going to be the symbol here in this case. And then he's going to go ahead and he's right now sitting at 20. So that would be 25. I believe there's an auto on that Piccolo. So he gets the combo with yet another card from his life. So he's going to put himself down to 4. But he is going to go ahead and combo up to 30, which is making it even right now with my Trunks. So if he wants to leave it there, that's fine. Force me to use a card and combo out, which is exactly what I'm going to do. And then he gets to play the drum, minusing the 10k on the cooler with the symbol there. So as you can see, is exactly what I was talking about earlier in the video. Piccolo just does a lot for free. He has all his energy open. It's crazy the amount of value that you can get from this deck. I still have the auto off of my leader skill. His next attack, I can go ahead and restand my blocker and give him plus 6k, and then immediately follow up with a block there if I want to. But I can kind of, see the writing on the wall there, I don't expect to survive past this turn here. This is my preliminary initial build for future Gohan. I have been tweaking it since this tournament, and I think I found a more consistent build with some of the help of, the members in my community, as well as, our group chats and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to be ironing out some of the kinks and just kind of committing to it and seeing how well I could pilot it. Because I do feel like there's a lot of potential with future Gohan and the Trunks package. I just think you need the right build and a little bit of some things to go into swing into your favor. But that's neither here nor there. He's gonna go ahead and swing with Tambourine here, which is a 15k attacker, but then restands with a plus 5k. So he'll essentially be a 20k swing to my leader. At this point, I would have to proc the auto off the future Gohan leader to restand the blocker and give him plus 6k. So I don't know. It's exactly what I'm going to do here. We're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to give him the plus 6k. So he's going to swing at me with 20, and we're going to go ahead and immediately block that, that 20k attack, essentially. So let's see if Nate decides to combo up on this Tambourine swing. I doubt that he would. just because you have so many more bodies on board that you can swing with. And as you can see, he just kind of gives me the gesture that he's okay there at 20k. So let's see what else he decides to do. I'm essentially done here. I've utilized my blockers. You know, there's nothing more for me to do here unless I combo out or play stuff from my hand. So I guess Nate's just kind of calculating which way he wants to do it. So we'll see exactly what turn of events unfold here. He has 5 markers on his unison, which is kind of insane. He's going to go ahead and swing 20k with his tambourine at my leader. I'm going to say no counters, I believe. And like I said, Nate's in the driving seat at this point. You don't really have to commit too much to combo. You don't really need to worry about what's in your opponent's hand at this point, with how much width you have on the table. He is going to go ahead and combo it up to a 25. I'm going to super combo bottom deck 1, draw 2 to 25. I would need another 5k combo to survive here. It's exactly what I do. So I'm just trying to stay alive, trying to be as pesky as possible. I know I don't have many more options, but I like to make things interesting. I like to try to keep a cool collective face while my opponent decides to just completely obliterate me. But I'm going to make him work for it. So we're going to go ahead and activate. He's going to go ahead and activate. Not activate, I'm sorry. He's going to go ahead and swing with Symbol. I'm going to go ahead and activate Freezer Army Reinforcements for free, taking the life and then creating that free blocker, which, because I activated a counter, Piccolo Unison does get to destroy one of my battle cards. But I do have another blocker on board, so we're going to go ahead and give that boy up. So you can see I kind of did a couple things. I phased out 4 of his attacks here. So let's see what he decides to do. He's going to super combo into the drum, 25k into my leader. I'm going to go ahead and combo up to 30 and survive. And that's what this game is about, right? Survivability. I'm at 1 life. I'm going to go ahead and sparking negate, kill myself, take my last life, and extend the hand for good sportsmanship. So yeah, Nate actually ended up winning this entire tournament with King Piccolo. He went undefeated after 4 rounds, and it was a good turnout. We had about 16 or 17 players, so I'm not too sad about that. This was from a couple of weeks ago. I haven't been to my locals since then, just with holidays and stuff rolling around. But I do plan on getting things more consistent for you guys. Especially now with this loophole and this workaround that I found, being able to pull actual games from the live stream so I can do commentary over them. We'll still get more Battle Chamber uploads out of it. So thank you guys for watching. Shout out to Gamer's Edge for hosting a very consistent local and the scene that we have here and that we've built all together in East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania rather. If you guys are in the area and you're looking for a consistent local, please look in the description box down below. We'll have all the information there. We usually have locals every Saturday, so the more the merrier. With that being said, we're gonna get on out of here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and please hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date with everything. No counters, no combos. We really do appreciate the support, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Be there or be squared.